Hello and welcome to My Life on Paper. I am Briana and I'm playing along with two things today. It is series 14 of Christy's Beautiful Life and her 30 Days of Sketches. This sketch is by Jessica Fenn Hill. And today is also May I Scraplift You, where we scraplift somebody. So this is Mallory Bats Oubre, who did Jessica's sketch. So I am scraplifting Mallory. If that all made sense, I hope so. So you will see Mallory's take on Jessica's sketch up in the right-hand corner there. We have pictures of Meredith, my middle daughter, and her friend Amy, who went to a concert, and this is breakfast. Actually, I think this is breakfast before the concert. So looking at Mallory's take, I totally thought of this collection, actually paper pad, because it has these, and she's got like clocks. These are more, I think these are barometers or something to do with weather, but it gives the same effect. So I took the very last piece of paper, or even the last just bit of paper, and trimmed it down and did exactly what she did, except for I believe her top and bottom is probably the background paper, and then she laid the strip across. I went backwards because this is only the paper that I had. So and I think it's Colorbach. I'm not positive. I've put a couple collections together, or paper pads together. All right, so here I want to show you the pictures because I think, okay, so this is just from a paper pad that it's a cut apart. And I'm going to trim these pictures down. I originally, when I printed these, I'll usually print in 4x6. And when I saw the sketch initially, I made these 3x4s. And that picture of Meredith and Amy right there that I just trimmed down actually was going the other way. And I think I think at the beginning I probably brought those pictures out. But you can take a vertical 3x4 picture and make it, you can take a vertical and make it, no, well, either way, and make it horizontal, or you can take a horizontal and make it vertical, and that's what I did. This is like a gold paper from Hobby Lobby, and I do get them when they're 40% off, but she's got that nice red there, and initially I thought I was going to go with gold as my pop of color, and as I get into this, it really needs another pop of color. The gold isn't enough, but I haven't figured that out yet. So I'm going to back all of them with this gold, and I made it, I'm going to sneak another layer in between there. So these are 3.5 by 3.5, and then the big one is 4.5 by 6.5. But I will go in with another piece of paper and make it 3.25 by 3.25, as well as 4.25 by 6.25. Those stickers that I have nearby me, I thought I was going to go the direction of like kitchen and eating and stuff, and I didn't. So those got pushed off to the side. I did go into my brown color box and get some brown items out. I don't think I use any of that to the right side right at all on the layout. This is the paper I was talking about. I'm just going to sneak that in there in between, and I will do that on each one of the photos, as well as I didn't have the three smaller photos that Mallory has, so I used a journaling block instead. So as I get this glued down with my ATG adhesive, I want to, as I always do, tell you to make sure to look down below for the playlist for the 30 Days of Sketches, which Christy puts together 3 times a year, and they're all exclusive to this this series, so you won't see those sketches anywhere else. On Facebook at Christy Facebook page, I'll have that link below too. In the albums are all the sketches from all the past series, and then everyone puts their take on the sketch, and you don't have to have a YouTube video. Everyone puts it in there. It's just fun to see everybody's take and how they can all look so different from the same inspiration. 2 years ago from this coming May, it was that month of Christy's Beautiful Life that I started off my YouTube channel. So I'm forever thankful to Christy, and she just does a beautiful job. So if you haven't joined the Facebook group, make sure you go over there and give her some love. Tell her I sent you. All right, back to the layout. These are American Craft stickers that I got from Peachy Cheap. I really super love them. And I will cut stickers apart to get them kind of dry fitted onto my layout. And I'm trying to figure out if, you know, she's got that nice big title there, so I wasn't sure if I was going to layer it or if I was going to do like a subtitle. So, okay, so this is what I got. So I decided it needs to have some blue because, I don't know why, probably because the rest of the paper pad has blue in it, even though I didn't use it. But I went into my blues and I found these are close to my heart. They're super old and they were punch outs. And these are the last of the blue flowers that that I have. So super excited. I still have like the little dots left. Those lots of circles left, but that's okay. So I did my best to kind of layer these up, and they're going to be my big clusters where she has those. She's got like a martini glass and shaker, and a mouse in a martini glass, and then a tag with two glasses. So I have the florals instead for this lovely breakfast. And while I was doing this layout, I was hungry, and that breakfast looked really good. That doesn't usually happen to me. I don't know. It was funny. All right. So I have my memory keepers distress making memories distressor, super old, and I just distressed up because I wanted to give it some lift, some texture. I don't know. I end up putting some adhesive tape underneath there to give it some lift and stuff too, but it just made me happy to kind of do that. And I just do it on the circular ones there. So I'll move those out of the way, and then I will do some stamping. And I used brushed corduroy because that's what I like the best. And tell me what you think. But when it's all said and done, it kind of looks like baby poop color. I also have to warn you that there's going to be a lot of camera shake. My, I don't know, my stand is on my table and it shouldn't be doing that, but it does, so sorry about that. I do want to get good impressions, so, I should tell you about my stamps. The first one that I grab is called Coffee Print. It's by Creative Expression Stamps by Andy Skinner. And then the next one that I grab is a coffee ring, and that is called Coffee Stain by Close to My Heart, B1316. I look at these are too tiny. I decide not to use those at all. So I'm just going to use, mainly going to use the Close to My Heart one, because it doesn't look, I mean, the first one that I mentioned, the coffee print, has got like numbers in it. It's a little more kind of mixed meteor-ish, but I went more with the coffee ring just because just to be more simple, I guess. I take these pocket cards, and this pulls that blue color across the page, and I'm happy to be using them, and it's just the pop of color that I was looking for. So now I'll go with the coffee ring stamp, and I will do on the other side of the page again. Sorry for the shake. And you'll see how I kind of like once I get the two down, I'll do one or two more, and I really pause to be like, where do I want to put this? And it's sped up, but I take a long time to figure out the perfect placement for that. I think it's funny. And then I will go, I do one more. So I think that, yep, I have to have couple interlocking ones, so, and then I will work on getting my the rest of my pictures down. I'm excited to get a lot of stash busting done, and there's not really anything that's new on this layout. Well, I suppose the stamp could be considered new, not the Close to My Heart one, but the other one I used. All my kids take after myself and my husband and like to go to concert, but Meredith is the biggest concert goer of the three, and her and her friend Amy lives out of state, but they get together off and on to get together to go to these concerts. So I am trying to figure out what to do with these flowers, and I was going to stamp one of those rings, but it just didn't seem like it was big enough to go around the centerpiece. But I'm going to take those splatters and I will use those on the flower, and I maybe should have use them on the other two flowers as well. I'm not sure. So I'll just gives it a little more interest, I think. It was just too kind of plain before. And that's why the it's not a quotation mark. Is it a quotation mark? Goes on the upper. There's one that's on the upper flower, and then I'll have a smaller one that goes down on the flower that I just finished there. I rough up the sides of this flower so that it gives it some dimension, because I don't want it to be so boring. And then I'll layer in the flower on the side there. I don't know if I would have done any stamping. Maybe it wouldn't have really showed up on that corner one anyway. Here's where I make my mistake. And there's no mistakes, but like if I had thought about it, I could have turned that parentheses the other direction to make it look like it was on either side of the photos kind of thing. And I think I might go back to the layout and actually do that. I have not done that yet, and I didn't think about it until doing this voiceover. I do get all the flowers adhered down, and then I'm still thinking about my title, and it kind of gets lost up there. So I want to make it stand out somehow, and I'm still thinking, do I need a different title? The whole reason for the gold papers behind the photos were because I was going to use that gold title that says delightful. So I'll get these glued down, and then I kind of go back into my stash again and to figure out what am I going to do with this title. And with this ATG adhesive, you can see I'm wiping it off. You know, if you overshoot it a little bit, it's very easy just to rub it off where you don't want it. And I'll get that last, and I should have just switched that around so it looked like the photos were in parentheses. I got to go back and do that. It's going to bother me otherwise. I don't know why they're going the same direction. It didn't make sense to me, but I never thought to flip it around. So in my stash, I find it's kind of a butterfly border, and I will just use it to where it goes under the title, and you're not really going to tell it's butterflies, but the color of it matches just so perfectly, and it gives it some interest there. So I will lay that down, and then I will lay delightful over the top of it, and that makes me happy. It's what it needed. It needed something up there, and I know I was gonna have a hard time finding like exactly that blue color otherwise. You know, I don't know if I have any of that cardstock that color. Then I put the gold pieces in the middle of the flowers, and then I find one more, and I think that's about it. So I want to thank you so much for sticking with me through the end. I hope you have a fabulous day, and please come back and see me again soon.